The CDC defines autism, or autism spectrum disorder, as a developmental disability that can cause significant social, communication, and behavioral challenges. Because it is a spectrum disorder, it's very difficult to estimate the prevalence, but the CDC estimates that it affects about 1 in 59 children, and that it's 4 times more likely in males than it is in females. Today we'll explore the signs and symptoms, the resources available to families of individuals with autism, and ways to get involved in the autism community. The signs and symptoms are different for everyone, but they're typically present by 2 to 3 years of age. The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services Institutes of Health have broken signs and symptoms into 4 categories: communication, social behavior, stereotyped behavior, and other behavior. The communication category includes some of the following behaviors, but this is not a complete list. The child does not respond to their own name by 12 months. The child seems to hear sometimes, but not others. The child does not point or wave bye-bye when leaving, and the child used to say a few words or babble, but no longer does. The social behavior category includes some of the following behaviors, and again, this is not a complete list. The child does not smile when smiled at. The child has poor eye contact. The child seems to prefer to play alone, and the child does not try to attract the attention of their parents. The stereotyped behavior category includes the following, and once more, this is not a complete list of behaviors. The child seems to get stuck on the same behaviors. The child demonstrates unusual attachments. The child spends a lot of time ordering things, and the child repeats words or phrases that they've heard on TV and movies and books or from family members. The other behavior category simply states that if your child does not meet the age-specific milestones listed on the CDC's website, that you should speak with a medical professional in order to determine what kind of evaluation can be done so that your child has the best outcomes in life. Again, while these behaviors are not the same, it really is critical that if you know a child who's displaying any of these behaviors, that you get in touch with a medical professional as soon as possible, because early intervention is key to having better long-term outcomes for your child. There are many resources available to families living with an individual with autism or just individuals with autism. I highly recommend the Autism Society's website. Their number one recommendation is that you share information about your child's diagnosis and complications that could come with it with your family in order to create a big network of support. They also offer many classes, and it's the safe and sound category. These classes are going to include things like bullying prevention, tips for first responders, tips for creating a safe home, and a lot more. They offer other online courses available to educators that are going to help learn the best ways to work with children with autism, so much more. So I highly, highly recommend those courses. They also have a lot of blogs and stories of families living with autism every day. They have information about the newest type of therapies that are available. They have legal resources, and they have information about the public school system's responsibility when it comes to assisting your child with autism. It can be really challenging to get involved with the autism community. So some of the best resources that I can find are the Autism Source Resource Database. This has a list of all of the events, all of the resources available to families with autism, and they are a great way to find out about things that are happening in your community that may be opportunities to volunteer. Otherwise, I would highly recommend getting in touch with your local Autism Society or Autism Speaks chapters and finding out about events that they have coming up. Find out if they need any volunteers in their offices or volunteers at events, whether they have fundraisers, anything in that category where you can help out. And if none of those seem to fit exactly what you're looking for, then at the very least I recommend taking those Autism 101 courses available on the Autism Society's website and learning about autism. Really educate yourself so that you know what to do when you come into contact with people caring for individuals with autism or individuals with autism. Again, the CDC defines autism as a developmental disability that can cause significant behavioral, social, and communication difficulties. It impacts about 1 in 59 children, and it's 4 times more likely to occur in males than it is in females. We looked at the signs and symptoms, and again, they're different for everyone, but early detection is key. So as soon as you suspect that something might be going on, get that child in to speak to a medical professional. Early intervention is so important to long-term outcomes. And there are so many resources available. I highly recommend the Autism Society's website. And lastly, getting involved can be very challenging, but it's so rewarding. So I highly recommend looking at those resources and finding out how you can get involved with the community.